I just don't get how you can have perfect makeup on and be in pain. I literally cannot get out of bed from chronic pain. Honestly, no hate, just wondering. I just want to thank you for this comment because comments like this give me such a huge, massive opportunity to talk about things that are important to me. But first of all, I wasn't wearing makeup in that video at all. I just used the TikTok filter and it's not on now, and now it's back. I know you know that people use filters on TikTok, so you could be dead and have perfect makeup on TikTok. But more importantly, the line of logic you're using here could easily be used to dismiss and invalidate your pain experience. Anything that's a paraphrase of "you don't look sick," something about your appearance, the way you're acting, your smile, means that you're not actually as sick and in pain as you say you are, is ableism. The idea that people have to look or act or seem a certain way to really be suffering is ableism. And it's called internalized ableism when a person within the community is perpetuating the ableism. The line of logic of "you can do this, therefore you're not really in pain" is also a very slippery slope. Whereas, someone could easily say, well, you're using a cell phone and you're watching TikTok videos and you're able to type out comments for people. So I know someone who's so sick that they can't use a phone. I've been in so much pain, and this is actually true, where I couldn't type. So are you really bedbound? Are you really in that much pain if you can watch videos and leave comments? I don't actually think that. I know that you definitely can be in debilitating pain that decimates your quality of life and still be able to watch TikTok or wear makeup. This is just not how it works. Some people can actually not have anything physically wrong with them, but be in so much pain up here that they cannot live anymore. And that pain is valid. Some people can be very, very disabled but not be in pain at all, and their experience with disability is still valid. And someone can spend all their spoons doing makeup and make a TikTok video and then spend the rest of the day in bed because they've now exhausted their energy reserves. All of these scenarios are valid. What's not valid or helpful is comments like this. Something that happens to people a lot, but especially women, is that people ignore what they're saying and doing, the content of their character, and they focus on their appearance and they invalidate and dismiss them because of what they're wearing, because of their facial expression, whether they're smiling too much or they're resting bitch face, they're wearing too much makeup, they're not wearing makeup, they didn't do their hair or shower, and they did do their hair. And all of this focus on their external appearance is used to distract from the very important things they're saying and doing. And it's also not okay to do that. The video that this person commented on was the one about my friend telling me he'd understand if I unalived myself, but also that it's a good thing I'm not on opioids. And that was a video I made to advocate for chronic pain patients like you. And you ignored everything I had to say and instead chose to comment on my actual lack of makeup and how could I really be in pain. Now, I've suffered tremendous losses, like pretty much everything that's important to me I've lost because of my medical conditions. And every day I live with pain in a place that's pretty much the most mortifying place a person could live with pain. That doesn't make me better or worse than other pain patients. It doesn't make me a bigger victim. It doesn't mean I'm suffering more or less than other people. But please, if you have the energy to watch chronic pain TikTok and comment on people's posts, please consider leaving compliments and supportive comments to your fellow pain patients. And if you feel the need to leave no offense but and no hate comments, which we all know if you have to say that, what you're saying is probably offensive. And making that false disclaimer is just an attempt to avoid any accountability of the person responding normally and saying, yes, that actually is offensive. If I were you, there are a lot of battles for us to fight. And our battles are not with each other. A chronic pain patient or a chronically disabled person on TikTok who is dressed to the nines, they're not your competition. They're not your enemy. There's plenty of accounts out there that are. There's plenty of accounts out there telling that fibromyalgia is fake. We can all be healed by magnets. If we just spend $10,000 on a diet program or a meditation program, we can be cured. That we're all just sick because of our repressed trauma and our pesky female emotions. There's corrupt insurance companies out there. There's so many different places where if you wanted to spend your energy criticizing and not being supportive, it could actually do us all some good.